Welcome back to another bag review by Dave Sam. Today we are taking a look at a bag that I opened, I guess not live, but kind of live on the channel a few weeks ago, and a bag that I've truly fallen in love with. The Alpha 19er Evade 1.5 full Carryology edition. That's a mouthful. This is codenamed the Stealth Cobra. Hence the Stealth Cobra right there. You got it. My name is Dave Sam, and I regularly review and share my obsession with bags with you. If you're returning to the channel, thank you so much for joining me again and supporting the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Consider checking out some of my other videos, and if any of those hit you, in the feels and the jollies, drop that like. Alpha 19er is a tactical bag and accessory making company born out of a special forces background and an Italian fashion background. All from the same man, Helmy Ashambly. Sorry, Helmy, I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, man. The profile of each bag is self-described as a lower profile that doesn't scream tactical without losing any of its rugged qualities or ease of use. This collaboration with Carryology specifically is a take on the wildly popular Evade 1.5 Full from Alpha 19er. It's also one of the Carryology award winners in the very, very difficult category of everyday carry. So you know that it is going to meet a lot of people's needs. This collaboration takes the original Evade 1.5, slims it down a little, and adds a number of upgrades. This was born out of the mind of Taylor Weldon and Helmy. Taylor is the senior editor over at Carryology, and based on his past experiences, personal relationships in the industry, and even feedback from the carry community, the Stealth Cobra Evade 1.5 was born. As always, we start with the outside of the bag, and this is in the ever favorite all black everything. I know that I branched out a little bit as far as colors, but this brings us right back to the roots in a very, very nice way. Now, the Stealth Cobra is made out of an X50 X-ply with Dyneema. That is an X-pack material, and you can see what that X-pack actually looks like. It is this kind of cross-shaped or diamond-shaped pattern that you can see on the outside of the bag and on the inside of this bag. The materials used on this bag are absolutely fantastic, feel great to use, super rugged, feel like they're gonna last an absolute lifetime. I've already taken this on a couple of overnight trips, or well, actually one of them was a 5-day trip and one of them was a 3-day trip, as well as to work a couple times. And I've never had to worry about the materials. I will say though, on the outside, in particular on this front side, I have 2 dogs here. I've put this out or right next to the couch. And when you put it next to the couch like that, you got 2 dogs, or you have anything that sheds, cats, it is gonna pick up a lot of that dust, lint, any of that stuff. It's just kind of a magnet for it, but it does wipe off super, super easily. The X-Pack material also slightly lightens the load from the original version of the Evade 1.5. So it comes in, this version comes in at 4.3 pounds and the original version is 4.4. So just slightly lighter, but comes in a myriad of different materials. This X-Pack one is kind of part of the special collaboration. The other materials that this comes in are a ripstop nylon, a Cordura. There's a few different ones on the Alpha 19er website that are all actually sold out at the moment. So you can get them on other websites, but you might be limited as far as the materials that you can choose from. Surrounding the bag, and you can already see all the different zipper pulls there. Surrounding the bag are 6 different zippered compartments, or 5 compartments that represent 6 different zippers, and these are all YKK reverse coil zippers, so they are going to be fairly water resistant. It is not something that I would take out necessarily in like a torrential downpour. One difference here is that this main compartment and the laptop compartment each have a YKK number 10 zip on this Carryology collaboration, but the Evade 1.5 has number 8 zippers here. I also love these little zippered pulls. They have this teething on them that makes them just super easy to use. And the zippers in particular are just, they just flow so nicely. They're like perfect zippers generally. The top of the bag has a nice beefy top handle, and I've got to say it is fantastic to use. It is well padded, it's comfortable. Even when I had this packed out 5 days, it was like 23 pounds or so. This was no problem to use. It still felt super comfortable in the hand, never cut into my fingers or anything like that. Love this top handle. I will say I was wrong in my original video. I thought it would be hard to grab on a regular basis. It seemed like it laid pretty flat, but it's either loosened up a little bit or I was just flat out wrong. I mean, it is fantastic to use. Now, on the front of the original Evade, there was a number of nylon loops that had or secured a shock cord. That's one of the slick features, if you will, that was an upgrade on this one as well. That shock cord and those nylon loops have all been removed, but if you were to get the Evade 1.5, you would find those on the front. There is still the patch on the front. There is still the placement for the patch on the front. This one came with like a little black patch, but I do really like this patch, so I leave it on. But the original also has a place for a patch. On either side of the bag are gusseted water bottle pockets. I'm obviously only using one. I did try to put a tripod in the other, but these are not quite deep enough and wide enough to carry a tripod securely. I found it to be moving pretty frequently. So if you're going to be carrying some camera gear, I'd probably put the tripod on the inside of the bag if you can. The harness system is incredibly comfortable to wear, especially for just like regular daily carry, work carry. It has this super thick padding on the back. It is almost like a digit of the finger deep, and it really is nice. And it has this nice air channel in the back as well. And I didn't find myself sweating too much in this, especially during daily carry. Now, when I did pack this out for travel and it was really heavy, I will say you feel the weight for sure. These shoulder straps do start to cut in a little bit. They're not like those EVA, edgeless straps or those foam straps. They are comfortable, they're padded for sure, but these edges can definitely start to eat into kind of that chest or breast area, the heavier it gets. I will say though, load lifters, fantastic for helping lighten the load a little bit or feeling like it was a lighter load. And then I love these sternum straps, these Fidlock sternum straps. I saw a couple of other folks had an issue with it as far as, because it's magnetic, kind of closing when the bag was just stationary or sitting on the floor or on a desk or something. I have not personally had too much of a problem with that, but I keep it pretty tight. I keep the whole bag pretty tight on my back. The other thing that I love about this harness system, or I guess I should even say the straps generally, is that every single strap has a strap keeper. Or even multiple strap keepers, which I love. As you all know, I hate having straps flopping around everywhere. I will buy strap keepers to add to bags that have straps flopping around everywhere. This came with all the straps and I love it. Has this quick release portion, or this quick release item for the harness system and the shoulder straps. I don't personally know why somebody would use this. I have not needed to. How's this look for a work bag? I am 6 feet tall, dressed for work. It's a little wide. You can see that I keep it pretty high on the back. It does leave a little more strap here, but because of the strap keepers, at least keeps them towards my back. But overall, bag is super comfortable to wear. Again, can't reiterate it enough, especially for EDC. It is almost perfect to wear. All right, let's jump to the inside of the bag, and you're gonna see a little quick B-roll section here of the way that I packed it out for travel, which very impressed with the amount of stuff that it can actually hold when you're traveling with it. But right now I've got it packed out for EDC, so let's run through the bag. You'll see all those kind of sections and how I changed things for travel or whatnot. Like I mentioned before, there are 5 pockets secured by 6 different zippers. The bag is highly symmetrical, which I'm sure you can see there, which is great for somebody who has OCD like me. I love that I can keep all the zips, or almost all the zips, kind of at the top here. This is the only zipper, and we'll get right into this compartment here, that is not a double-sided zipper. Start with the quick access pocket. Love those zippers at the top here. And this is the only pocket that you'll find, and I just have my wallet in here for now. This is where I would keep my phone, headphones, wallet, things like that. You'll find this is the only pocket that is not orange on the inside. This pocket is like, I don't know, felt, microfiber, something lined, meant for sunglasses, screens, those types of things. And it is deep enough to fit your phone sideways, a wallet, headphones, things like that, and probably even a pair of sunglasses. Just in front of that is this admin pocket, which is extremely versatile. And it also has this kind of funny looping of the zippers on the bottom so that you can fold it forward or fold it flat forward, which I also love. You can see the inside of the quick access compartment there. And right below that quick access compartment is a zipper right at the top of this pocket here. And just an open access area gives you, I don't know, about that much room to the bottom and takes up this entire front portion. So nice, quick open access area, and even maybe a little bit of a hidden zipper if you do want to hide something small in there. Just in front of that, you've got this additional Velcro admin pouch or compartment, whatever you want to call it, that comes with the bag, but it sits on top of this Velcro, so it is removable. I've left it in for the most part here. When I was traveling, I did move it so that I could put my own pouches in here, so like my tech pouches in here, and I moved it somewhere else on the bag and I was still using it, and I'll show you that in just a second. I packed this portion out mostly to show you how much it could take, and I didn't even really pack it out. An extra pen loop here, a couple pens, flashlight, 2 big slip pockets in the back. So just pockets on pockets here, and then another zippered compartment inside this admin pocket. And then on the side here, 2 more smaller slip pockets. There's also a removable key lash or key loop here. I just put my earplugs in it. And then this does extend all the way to the bottom here. So it extends to the bottom of the bag, and you can still use this space underneath the admin portion. On the front flap, there is a mesh compartment, zippered mesh compartment. It is not stretch mesh or anything, so you can't like overstuff it, if you will. You won't be able to necessarily close it off, but it does have a little bit of gusseting, so you can put some decent amount in there. Alpha 19er, Brown Buffalo, probably a couple other companies do sell other admin pouches as well that fit pretty much perfectly into spaces like this and other areas. So if this one doesn't float your boat specifically, there are definitely others that you can change this out for. Moving on to the very back of the bag, there's one compartment that is just behind the harness system here, but there is a dual access compartment. So either way or either shoulder that you like to use to throw your bag onto kind of your front here, you'll be able to access this compartment. And this compartment is meant for concealed carry. So you're supposed to, it has some Velcro on the inside as well as some of that orange liner you can start to see there. It is meant for you to be able to put some, you know, Velcro straps in basically that would hold a concealed carry weapon. What I used it for when I was traveling is I actually took that admin pouch and put it in here on this side. I like to swing my bag over my left shoulder here. I put it on this side so that it laid vertically here, and I was using it a little bit as quick access. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It was worth the try for sure, but the more stuff I put in here, I noticed that this portion of the harness system just started to pop out a little bit. So it became less and less comfortable over time. Just in front of the concealed carry pocket, is the dedicated laptop compartment. Again, protected by this number 10 beefy YKK zipper. On the inside flap, you've got the Alpha 19er logo there. And then you've got, I just have my iPad in here. I'm using my laptop now for notes. But you've got a dedicated laptop compartment that has this nice padding to the entire compartment. It's not suspended off the bottom, but it does have a little cushion that's built into the bottom. It's not actually built in. That rests on the bottom, really thick, and you can pull it out. It's secured by velcro. On the other side, there are two not protected kind of just straps. Well, this bottom one is actually a little bit protected. So I think it's more so meant for your tablets. But both of these are also suspended. They don't go all the way down to the bottom, which is really nice. So I was putting my laptop and another piece of tech in here. And the reason I say that is because when the bag is packed out and this section is packed out, it's really hard to fit 3 pieces of tech in here. So laptop, tablet, and then I would put a Kindle all the way at the top here just to take up that last bit of space. But it was packed to the brim, especially with the main compartment packed out. It looked like the zippers were gonna bust a little bit. Wouldn't always recommend it if you've gotta do it. I think it fits, but definitely run the risk of maybe busting a zipper or something. And last but absolutely not least, again, protected by a number 10 YKK zipper, we've got the main compartment of the bag. And this main compartment is just kind of an open compartment. I've been using it for my tech carry. I've been using this Boundary Supply new tech kit for I guess I've had it for a few weeks now, so on and off. On the back here, there is this Brookfield Squadron webbing that adds some molle. So if you can see that here, there is some molle features, or you can add molle accessories there. There's a bunch of nylon loops on the outside, and then there are these 3 hooks on the top. And in actually every compartment, there's at least 1 hook. And those hooks are meant to secure these pouches from Alpha 19er. I can never say the name right, but these pouches are pretty interesting. They're just completely open pouches. So 1 zipper on the front side, and you can just use this bottom half, and then 1 zipper along the back side in which you can use the entire thing. Pretty interesting. I think they're meant, again, to be a little bit tactical for clothes, things like that, or to just throw things in like toiletries and whatnot. And then you can hang them off the bottom of the bag like this. So hang them and move them, of course. This is where the main dimension of the bag does come in. It's really nice to use overall. The bottom is also padded. You can feel a little bit of the cushion here. It's not super thick or anything, but definitely a little bit of cushioning. And then on the inside, and this is where you can see it the most, you start to see that stealth Cobra scaling, if you will, from the X-Pack. So instead of covering up the X-Pack on the inside of the bag, they decided to expose it as one of the design features, which I personally really, really dig. Then on the other side, or what I'll call the flap side of the main compartment, you've got another hook here, and then 2 more of those zippered mesh compartments. So I used these, especially when I was traveling, for things like underwear and socks, when I put all my clothes in here. Definitely a super packed bag, but you can fit shoes, a couple days worth of clothes, belt, toiletries, all those things in this main compartment. For one of the trips, which was a weekend trip for a wedding, I put my nice shoes, jacket, belt, all those things in here, fit no problem, and came out looking pretty nice overall. So, all right, on to what we all actually want to know. How much is this guy? So this one, the Stealth Cobra edition, was way too expensive for the average person probably. Can still pick it up on eBay and whatnot. I'm a crazy person and a bag enthusiast, so I needed to have it. The regular Evade 1.5 It runs about $180 to $240 depending on the material that you're choosing. If you like tactical kind of looking-ish and feeling bags that are burly, you know, gonna last a lifetime, you'd pay a little bit of a premium for them. This bag is probably gonna be for you, especially if you're looking for something that's like that minimalist one bag travel bag. I would definitely look at the Evade 1.5. It's got a lot of great features and it is very, very comfortable to use. Or if you love concealed carry, obviously, like this is it's made for tactical use. Now, if you're somebody who is more looking for like that urban chic look, if you will, as opposed to kind of that burly tactical, even though this has a ton of features and it's gonna last forever, it's probably just not going to be for you. You know, you're not going to love putting it on every day. So for that reason, I'd probably not recommend it for you. Thanks for joining me for another bag review by Dave Sam. This one was super, super fun to do, and I cannot stress that enough, mostly because the bag is just fantastic to use. So thanks for watching. It is much appreciated. Let me know below in the comments what you think about the Evade, any of the Carryology drops, or if you've got any comments or questions about bags or anything. Happy to talk to the community at any time. While you're down there, as always, don't forget to you know, subscribe, like, maybe get notified. Definitely helps the channel out a ton if you do all those things. And again, thank you for your support. We love having you here. I'm headed to Utah and Colorado over the next week for some hiking with my wife. I am going to be testing out the Boundary Supply Eris pack, which I am, again, super excited to be trying. I love some of these adventure travel packs, and I will share my thoughts with you when I'm done with that. So I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.